everybody, it's Average John. So today I'd like to talk about symptoms basically and the constant seeking of reassurance. I see it all the time, people posting on groups that I'm on that are seeking reassurance, because myself, I've been there Googling constantly, and yes, I know that is one of the worst things you can do. But I spent so many hours and hours Googling symptoms, just seeking the reassurance that I wasn't dying. And you'll probably never get that reassurance because I still haven't got it now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not cured by all means. I still suffer quite a lot, but I am a lot better than I was when I first started out this time a year ago. So I just wanted to discuss some of my symptoms and see if I can, pinpoint some of the things you guys are looking for. So the first one that comes to mind would be, 2 seconds. The first one that comes to mind to me is this, almost like, I'll say vibrating, I describe it differently, but almost a vibrating that was getting in my chest. But it was more of a purring, like a and this went on for half an hour to an hour to 2 hours, and then it'd go away, then it'd come back again, and this went on for 2-3 months when it first started, and it was horrible. I constantly felt on edge, like I was about to, I'd all of a sudden just get this and I'd be dead. And it never happened, and as I say, it went away within about 2 months, something like that, and it's never come back. Another one that plagues me all the time, still plagues me now, is everything in my shoulders, neck, head, all seems to tense up like this, almost like it's clenching for something. And it's the fight or flight response, but it's like it's clenching, everything's clenching up, and you've got this doom, and oh my God, this must be something. And it's just like this surge of everything just clenching up, and you'll get so much aches and pains in your shoulders, your upper back, your neck, base of your skull, my jaw even, because you're tensing for so long and everything's tensing up. For the next few days, you'll just get aches and pains everywhere. But that can happen so many times. Even now, I lay at night in bed and that'll be happening. But now that I know what it is, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I think I know what it is. I have a little bit of reassurance, I suppose, knowing that I've been through it so many times that I'm not dying like I thought I was. But anyway, moving on to another one. The trembling, you'll feel like you're trembling or vibrating in certain parts of your body. And I've had it, that isn't one that stuck with me very much, but it does tend to come in now and then. It is often comes in with the tense necks and that. Another one, I would say the tingling. That is a very scary one now. I know a lot of people get this. Tingling in your hands, a numbness feeling down, it always comes in my left arm, sometimes it's in the right, mainly down the left arm, like a numbness, like a weakness almost in my arm, the tingling in my feet sometimes, not as much in my hands, tingling in my mouth and jaw, face, you'll feel like you're getting very, very tingly down here. But it's your nerve endings are playing up because your whole nervous system's completely out of whack. Moving on to another one, the dread feeling, feeling like something's about to happen. That always comes for me with when my shoulders are all tense and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to have a heart attack or something. And I've been through it so many times that I'm not going to have a heart attack. Now, maybe, I don't know, 5% of me now still believes that I'm going to have a heart attack. There is something that's still in there in the back of my mind that believes I'm going to have this heart attack that I'm hopefully not going to have. But it just keeps niggling that it's still there. Moving on to another one, I would say I get the dizziness. Dizziness, almost like some people describe it as like vertigo. I'll be walking along and all of a sudden I'll get a little bit lightheaded and it'll feel like the world's actually carrying on moving around me, even though I've stopped. And that can make me feel dizzy. If I buy into it, if my mind buys into it, it can lead to a panic attack. But the more it happens, the more I get used to it and it's not too bad. Now, I will say that I've been and got my eyes tested and I did need my prescription upping, which I'm collecting my new glasses in a couple of days. So that could have had a little bit of play into that because my eyes were aching and stuff. So that could have been a little bit playing into that one. Now, another one I would say is the adrenaline surge. This one was a big one when it first started. Now I tend to vibrate my leg and twitch my leg, and my adrenaline kind of comes out that way now. Because at first I was getting up, I couldn't sit still. I was wearing out the carpet. I was walking around that much, and that often with the adrenaline will also tighten all your muscles and everything just gets so tight. That'll lead to aching throughout the following days, and it's just not very nice. Another one, guys, would be, the only way I can describe it is zoning out. And I'm going to try and do a little bit of a demonstration. You'll be literally just zoned out and be staring, and the next minute you'll twitch awake. And now that is a completely normal thing, and most people do it. But because we do it, us that suffer from mental health issues, it can trigger us like there's something wrong. Because any little change in your body's picking up as it's dangerous, or there's something wrong, we need to prepare for something. And then it's leading to that fight or flight response, possibly onto a panic attack. Another one on that same kind of alley would be falling asleep. Now, I can be trying to get to sleep, and every time I actually nod, it can scare the living crap out of me, because I literally nod off and I'll jerk myself awake and it'll scare me like I was about to pass out and die or something. But it wasn't. It's completely natural. I was falling asleep. But because our bodies are not level and they're just all over the place, it's seeing that as a threat, like you're passing out and you're really not. So all of these things are more or less natural. Even the tingling, like I can be laid on my arm, my hand can start tingling like it would do because I'm cutting off circulation because I'm laid on it, and my body sees that as this huge threat, and then it starts going into the cycle. So it is all normal, and the more we go through it, the better, especially myself, I feel like I'm coping with them better. Members of my family would tell you that I'm coping with them better, because I usually just, as any one of them things happened, full on panic. And I was like that for months and months. We're talking 6 months. When it first happened, if you've watched my other videos, you'll know when it first happened, I was stuck in that fight or flight for, I would say, at least 4 months. I was stuck in nearly constant fight or flight. Then it slowly started to get better. I had better days. Now I will tell you that I've just had a little thing in my eye that was a little bit of a blurry thing that would go along with them things. And normally, if my mind would buy into that, I'd then go down a bit of a slippy slope. And all it was is my eye just went a little bit out, kind of zoned out a little bit. So we'll move past that. But yeah, these things are natural, and the more we go through them, the better we will cope. If anyone's having other symptoms, because I know there's a lot more, I haven't wrote a list or anything, and I know I've got more. But if anyone's got anyone that they want to comment on, tell me a symptom. If I've had it, I will talk about how I felt when I had that. If I haven't, you might give me it. Hopefully not. If I haven't had it, then we'll talk about that possible symptom, and then there might be some people on here that also have had it. It's all about helping each other, guys. But seeking that reassurance, you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. Don't get me wrong, you won't stop by just listening to me. But you're not going to get that reassurance. You can go to, I've had a CT scan. I've had everything. I've recently had surgery for something completely different. And if there was anything wrong with me, they would have found it then. If I was going to have a heart attack, it would have happened when I just had 2 surgeries. It's not going to happen. So it's just about training our minds to get back out of that and reinforcing positive stuff into our lives to counteract the fact that we've got ourselves in a bit of a tiz. So coming on that, I'm going to come to an end, and hopefully this will help some people. Hopefully we'll get some feedback from some people. Please comment on this. Please share, guys. The more people we reach, the better it will be. The more comments you put on, the more likes you put on, the more people we're going to reach. I've been Average John. Have a lovely week, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video soon. Goodbye.